Hi everyone. So it's Wednesday, um, late, and I was, really just wanting to make a video on the recent episode of All Star Battle. I made one last week, regarding episodes from episode 1 to the current one, which was episode 5. And the one that just aired was episode 6, I believe. And I was gonna post that one and then not do any review, just like, kind of an update on my opinions. But I really have to put this one out there because I really, really, really just. I watched last night's episode and I just have a lot to talk about because I'm appalled and I'm really annoyed with it. Um, just plain fuckery. I think everybody, really, a lot of people really disappointed me this episode, and it really, really, really devastated me. Um, okay, starting off, there's no team. Surprise, surprise, it happened last season, we get it. So, you know, a lot of these girls are thinking, like, oh, this is, some of these girls um, are on the idea of, okay, no teams, this is good because now we don't have to worry. Which is, I think, no teams, every girl for themselves is better than like going on the teams personally, because in that case you have less of a chance of getting put up. And on top of that, you have more people, as a consensus. Like, it's not like a whole team you pissed off who could vote you home, or a whole team you pissed off who can put you up. Like, it can go either way. Um, but then some of the girls are, on the other hand, thinking more along the lines of, well, fuck, because now, the chances are greater because, you know, if we do fail, when, the challenge comes, only the person who wins is immune. Wins captain is immune. So anyway, we go into our first captain's challenge, which is, this, like, you are, like, attached, it's like that game, almost, kind of, where, never mind, no it isn't, but it feels like the one where you are, like, bungeed to the wall and run really fast and stick the beanbag, like, it feels like that, I assume, depending on who you're competing against, but these girls are, like, bungeed back to back, and I'm gonna draw it, okay, for people who didn't see it. So, here is the barrel that the girls start at, so here are the girls, and, no, I don't like that. So, here are the girls. And there's a barrel over here and a barrel over here. Pretty much, these girls are bungeed together, okay? And they have to grab a ball out of this barrel and pretty much have to run to the new barrel and get the ball in the barrel. So when this one goes to this barrel, that one's getting pulled. So it's like a challenge measured on strengths. And so, we get pairings of Elise and Valentina absolutely beasted and dragged Elise. Like, I think Elise expected that Valentina was going to be really easy. I'm sorry, I like Valentina in All Star Battle. I don't have anything negative to say about her. On her season, I hated her in the ground she walked on and felt like, when I saw her name on the cast, like, I do not want her to win. At this point, I can't say anything bad about her. Like, she really has changed. But, so, it kind of seems like, because Valentina looks scrawny, that Valentina's going to get dragged. But Valentina dragged Elise. And then we have Megan and someone, forgot who, and Megan beat her. And then they put fucking Janelle up against Shelly. I loved Janelle's commentary. She's like, this ain't no David and Goliath. Have no hope. And it was so funny because it was like Julie said on AfterBuzz, the after show. I was on it, by the way. I called in, and I made it. It was like Shelly was flying a kite. So obviously Shelly wins, and then, oh yeah, that's who it was. It was Sarah versus Megan, and Megan won. Honestly, I just really want to speak on the rivalry between Sarah and Megan. I'm Team Megan just because I don't really like Sarah on All Star. I don't. I love her on BGC 11. I love her. But I feel like on All Stars, she's a completely different person. And it's actually really, really disgusting. Like, I do not like the person she is. The character she's portraying, I don't like it. But, it's whatever. When $100,000 are in the air, it's whatever. But anyway, so Sarah gets dragged. And then Camila. Then we move on. Camila goes up against Shelly, and Oxygen's petty ass. Okay, mind you, I was dying in this animation because Camila goes, it's like a poodle going up against a killer whale. And we have, like, Camila sitting on the floaty, and all of a sudden, like, you hear, like, you see a fin, which is not a fucking whale, it's a shark. And unless I'm having a blonde moment, and whales have fins too, but, so, all of a sudden, this fucking animated whale jumps out of the water, and it's like, it's a whale, but it's like Shelly's eyes and her tattoos. I'm like, you guys are so funny. Like, can we quit making Shelly fat jokes? Like, I won't lie, Shelly really has let herself go since her season of BGC, but I actually really, really, really like Shelly on All Stars. Okay, so Shelly beats Camila, then Megan beats Valentina, and then it comes down to the finals, which is Shelly versus Megan. And at this point, I'm like, okay, Megan, I'm rooting for you, but I know you're going to lose at this point because Shelly's a beast. So, as I'm watching, and I'm anticipating Megan to lose, or not anticipating, but expecting, Megan's ass goes, so when we go to get balls, instead of getting the ball closest to me, I grab Shelly's ball. And when she's stunned, I ran with her ball as fast as I could, and I thought, well, damn. And then she won. So good job. Megan gets MVP for me this week. I don't usually give an MVP just because, I mean, these girls do really good and then fuck it up by doing something stupid. But Megan gets MVP this week. So Megan won, immunity captain, which was awesome. And Janelle's like, oh, I'm safe, or whatever, because Janelle really doesn't have anybody except for Rocky and Megan at this point. So, moving on, we get to, everyone's, like, telling Megan, like, oh, you should put this person up, you should put that person up. Megan's like, I'm pretty positive who I'm putting up. At this point, Megan's got it in her head set up that she's putting up Camila, Rocky, and Sarah. Camila because she's wanted her out and has been competition. Rocky because not only is she getting revenge, but that is competition. And Sarah because she doesn't like Sarah. Okay. So Sarah's like, man, I know I'm going up. And Rocky's like, I know I'm going up. And Camila's like, I'm not going to kiss anybody's ass and blah, blah, blah. She goes, I won't kiss anybody's ass. I don't care about $100,000. And it says 10 minutes later, and Camila is, like, kissing the ground Megan walks on, the seats that Megan sits on, the air that Megan has breathed. Like, she's like, it killed me, though, just the way it went over. Because Camila's like, I do think you're tough and you're strong and whatever. And Megan's like, well, you just called me a weak-ass bitch. And Camila's like, yeah. That's what I don't understand, too, is in the beginning, Camila and Rocky had this conversation, and they both came to a consensus and an agreement that Megan was the weakest in the competition. Megan isn't weak. I think Megan's actually she's a good competitor. Like, sure, she hasn't won captain until that day. Sure, she hasn't, really beasted in the team challenges that much. But realistically, Megan is a good competitor. In the football game, she did really good. In the tug of weave competition, she lost, but she did good. Like, she had Sarah for a while, but then she got injured. Like, Megan is a good competitor. So, moving on, since there's no other challenge, they just go off to the club and whatnot, and all having fun and stuff. No injuries this time. Except for fucking Sarah once again getting a sand thing in her eye and ruining her eye. There's always something with her eye. So anyway, you know, it's really kind of tense around the red team because the red team has kind of grown like a bond. Like the girls on the red team, like Shelly, Sarah, and Rocky and Tiana, all kind of got this bond now, and I don't really understand. It's like, you know, they're like hee hee bestie, but like, I don't know. Anyway, I really do respect it though, and I appreciate it because even though teams are over, y'all are still on the same team. Um, so it's really tense for them because they know that Sarah and Rocky are for sure going up. There's like no doubt about it. And Shelly's like free. I'm sure Shelly's in a really shitty position right now because she knows potentially two of her close friends can go home. So at this point, Janelle really does not want to see Rocky go home. So Janelle's kind of trying to plead her case for Rocky to Megan. But Janelle's defending Rocky, and Megan goes, honestly, I know what it is. If it was reversed and Rocky was the captain, and I'm sorry, I just have to stop and say I like the fact Oxygen finally got it right and named this episode All Hail the Queen, recognizing that Megan is the queen. Sidetrack, but going back to what I was saying. So Janelle is trying to rap for Rocky and ride for Rocky, and Megan goes, honestly, Janelle, like, I know for sure if it was the other way around, you'd be convincing Rocky not to send me home. She'd still put me up. So I'm going to put Rocky up. Janelle's like, all right, I tried. So then we go to, like, Sarah and Rocky and Shelly who are strategizing, which doesn't make any sense because Megan's power is to pick everybody to go up, and two people are leaving. So they're strategizing, whatever. So then we go to nominations, and they're sitting there, and Megan goes, like, no hesitation. She goes, well, I'm going to put up Rocky, and I'm going to put up Camilla. And Ray J goes, or Camilla. Or Ray J goes, now here's a surprise. Here's a turn of events. We have this thing called Bad Girls Revenge. Bad Girls Revenge is introduced, and what it is, pretty much, is these girls have a chance to get revenge on Megan by putting up the third member, which is complete bullshit because it 100% interferes with Megan's power to choose everyone to go up. So Megan's pissed about it, obviously. Now these girls have a chance to put somebody up who isn't Megan, so it's really silent and awkward, and Shelly goes, anyone gonna say anything? And Rocky breaks the silence. And I am moderately horrified. She goes, Janelle, I love you and all, but I gotta put you up. I just gotta say, the look on Janelle's face legitimately broke my heart. She looked so heartbroken. Like, if I were Janelle, I wouldn't have even wanted to hear, Janelle, I love you, but I gotta put you up. I would have wanted to hear, Janelle, I'm putting you up. I'm sorry. Don't even try to say, I love you, but I gotta put you up so I can win. That's fucked up. That goes back, let me just say, I ride for Rocky. I love Rocky to pieces. But I think that was fucked. And the thing is their whole idea here is to get at Megan and break up Megan and Janelle's alliance. I don't get it. I really don't understand. Like, I get you want to get revenge on Megan because she put you up and whatever, and you want to break up that alliance. Why the fuck are you worrying about them? Why is Elise not being put up, who has one team captain just as much of it as them, but fucked you over? It's called Bad Girls Revenge. So why are you getting revenge on somebody who put you up for elimination when you can take that opportunity and get revenge on somebody who actually fucked you over by throwing challenges and whatever? Well, I was surprised Elise was not put up. They could have put Elise up. Hell, they could have even put Nancy up. But why Janelle? I get you want to get back at Megan, but Janelle's not a strong competitor. I don't get it. So anyway, Janelle looks heartbroken, and then Sarah goes, "Well, I'm gonna put up Janelle too." Let me just say this here, and this really irritates my life. The sad part is if imagine if Shelly had spoken first, if Tiana had spoken first, you really think anyone else would put up Janelle? No. These bitches are not even on their own team. They're just following Rocky. They are carrying Rocky to the finish line. They're carrying her to the money. It's like, the difference between Camila and Rocky. Camila was getting there, or Megan and Rocky. Megan was getting there pure strategy. Megan was being smart. All Rocky had to do is make friends with some people who didn't care about the money. So at this point, Sarah puts up Janelle, which Sarah's also friends with Janelle. Sarah went through the BGC 11 reunion and everything with Janelle and acts like she doesn't even give a shit. And then Janelle, she's so cute. She goes, I'm sorry, I love Janelle. Like, Janelle is one of the cutest people to me. I think she's so adorable, and I love that girl to death. But she goes, okay, well, since you put me up, I'm going to put you up, Sarah. And so then Camila puts up Sarah, and Nancy puts up Sarah. Shelly puts up Janelle. Tiana puts up Janelle. And it goes, and it ends up coming down to the tiebreaker, Elise. And Elise goes, well, since everyone's sticking with their team, maybe I should just stick with mine. I'm putting up Janelle. Elise, you stupid fake fucking bitch. I'm sorry, this is the episode where I lost respect for Elise big time. The reason I did is because I get that Rocky put her up for the competition, and same with Sarah, maybe, whatever. Elise is an idiot because Janelle saved her ass twice. You say you're going to stick with your own team, but your team was technically the gold team, you dumb bitch. I don't understand her reasoning. Janelle helped save your ass like 3 times. Rocky and Sarah and Shelly and Tiana bitched you out, made your life hell, bullied you because you were throwing challenges even in the ones you weren't. I don't understand what her thought process was for selecting Janelle, but it threw me off the fucking handle. I flipped the lid. I'm like, what the hell are you doing, Elise? Like, no wonder you're getting dog walked through this competition. Like, honestly, if Nancy doesn't go home next week, I think Elise should, because honestly, I'm getting so tired of her, and I loved Elise on BGCA. I loved Elise, and I was really relieved to see her coming back to All-Star Battle. I don't see why she's coming back, because she's rich as fuck and owns a swim line and has freaking whips and a big house and all this shit. Why do you need the money? But what she did to Janelle was cruel to me. I felt like it was so cruel because Janelle had your back. Janelle she was like, oh, we're both little black Barbies and whatever, and you really have the audacity to put her up wide. Not only that, but Sarah's a bigger threat than Janelle. So that pissed me off. So anyway, Megan's pissed, obviously. At this point, I think everybody's pretty clear on the fact that Camila's going home. Except for Camila and Nancy. Because Nancy, of course, doesn't want Camila to go home because that's her fuck buddy now. So, they're talking, whatever, and Elise and Camila talk, and Camila's like, I just want to make sure we're still on the same page. We still have this alliance, we're still good and whatever. I just want to make sure. So, Elise is like, what? So we go to elimination, and Rocky is not wearing shoes. Honey, I get like you have a fucked up knee, but why are you not wearing shoes? I love Rocky, like I said, but I didn't get that. Okay, so we go to elimination, and these girls give their speeches, and Janelle's speech was spot on. She goes, "Y'all bitches made the wrong choice." She was fucked over. I mean, Janelle and Paula need to just sit down and have tea because they were both so fucked over, and it was ridiculous. I felt so bad for Janelle. Like, Janelle is one of my favorites of all time. She's just too cute to have anything negative to say. But she goes, "Y'all bitches made the wrong choice. Y'all fucked up. I had all y'all backs, you know." She went in and, you know, she was calm about it, though. And Camila comes up and she's like, "Y'all bitches." She's like, "Y'all bitches are all fake because I had your backs and I kept my word of loyalty." What is up with these bitches and loyalty? So anyway, then Rocky talks, and Rocky's like, "Yeah, you know, I really need this money, and I really want to stay." You know, like 2 words, and Sarah's like, "She looks like a sad puppy." Okay, Sarah. I'm sorry, I love Sarah on BGC. I like her personality. She irritates my life on All Stars. I can't do it. I can't physically do it with her. I really wish she would have gone home sooner because it's kind of ruining her reputation and she's kind of losing fan base. So anyway, it comes to voting, and you know, oh, this is something else I want to say too. This is something else I want to say, which I forgot about. After nominations come up, Tiana actually had a talk with Janelle and was like, I don't want you to go up, but if it's between you and Sarah, I had to put you up. And when it comes to elimination, I feel like I'm closer with Rocky, and I want Rocky here over you. You know, now this might seem like it was really bitchy and piss people off. I respect the hell out of Tiana for that talk she had with Janelle. You know why I do? Because look at Sarah. Sarah's friends with Janelle. Rocky's friends with Janelle. Elise was cool with Janelle. All these bitches were cool with Janelle. And Sarah and Tiana beat the shit and bullied the shit out of Janelle all through their season. Reunion tagged her. And she had the heart to approach Janelle and tell Janelle, "I want you here. I would like to have you here. But if it came between you and Rocky, I'm going to keep Rocky here." I respected that. Way to go, Tiana. I like Tiana in this. I like her in this show. I really do like her personality. She's hilarious. So we get to elimination, and obviously Megan chooses Camila and Rocky to go home, and she goes, "Janelle, I love you. I'm going to bring home some money when I win, and I'm going to win this for you." I thought that was really cute. And, Sarah's like, and then Tiana, no, I mean, not Tiana. And then Elise goes in there and goes, "Finally, I can dump this burden with Camila for good." And puts up Camila and Janelle. Why? I get Camila, kind of. Like, I understand you wanted her out. But Janelle, really? Like, the one who was on the team saving your ass, the one who you were, from what I collected, friends with, the one who you guys could relate with, and as opposed to Rocky, who was on the team that you backstabbed, and then they decided to put you up for elimination repeatedly, and they bullied you, or not bullied you, but they called you out, made your life a living hell, and you save Rocky. Can you please tell me your reasoning? Like, this is the thing, is Camila's fan base is dogging on Elise. I think it should be Janelle's. Why is Camila's fan base dogging on Elise? They don't have a right. Camila was going to go anyway. Janelle's fan base should be the one dogging on Elise because Elise fucked Janelle over this whole episode. So moving on, we get to elimination, and it's like, we're showing, like, they show, like, the two votes. So, like, one person voted for two people. They show, like, the two hearts that the people got and whatnot. So at this point, we're going, and there's a point where Ray J stops it and goes, Camila, at this point, you have no chance. You've been eliminated. At that point, I was scared shitless because the second Ray J said that, the look on her face was pure homicidal. She's like this, and then she goes, like, I thought she was gonna jump out of the motherfucking screen and, like, slit my throat. So at that point, I kept quiet about her. I wasn't gonna say anything because, as Julie said this on the AfterBuzz thing, this is not Snapped. Wrong Oxygen show. Honestly, like, she scared me. And, like, Elise, and then they showed, like, Elise, like, I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut. So then, Camila's for sure gone, and, we're going through the rest of the people. Janelle gets sent home next, which I didn't feel like she deserved that. That really broke my heart that Janelle got sent home because she didn't deserve it. Mm-hmm. I think, honestly, I love Rocky, like I said, but I think at that point, Karma should have done right, and Rocky should have gotten eliminated. I mean, the thing is I don't want Rocky to leave. I want Rocky to win. Personally, I want it to come between Rocky or Megan. I don't think it is, though, but I want it to. And at that point, I was thinking, well, damn, Rocky, kind of screwed over her friend in real life. That sucks. And so then Janelle's going home, and then Rachel's like, Camila, what do you have to say to your fellow All-Stars? And Camila goes, I had y'all backs. I kept my word with y'all. Y'all fucked me over. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, are we on the same show here? Because I'm pretty sure, like, I'm not positive, but I'm pretty damn sure most of the girls there, with the exception of, like, Elise and Nancy, didn't even associate with you, really. I don't understand. So, and then Camila looks at Elise and goes, and if it was you, and I know it was you, because you can't look me in the eye, and they show Elise like Elise could not look at Camila. Like, Elise is like, this bitch gonna whoop my ass. She gonna whoop my ass. And Camila goes, and I know it was you, because you can't look at me. And she goes, y'all make sure this bitch don't win. And at this point, I hope Elise doesn't win, because she's already rich, and that'd be a big kick in the face to everybody else. So Camila goes and says bye to her lesbian lover of the house, Nancy. And as Camila's walking around, she snatches Elise. Let me just pause here, sidebar. Can Camila really fight? Or can she just fight Elise? I feel like the only people Elise has ever physically fought is Amy, who can't fight, and Elise. Camila fought Amy twice and got jumped by people, but she continues to fight Elise. The Reunion, Season 8, fucking Love Games, All-Star Battle. Like, can you quit? Leave her alone. Like, I thought she kind of deserved to get her ass whooped, but I thought at the same time, Janelle's little ass should have jumped across the stage and clocked her one. But just, so anyway, Elise got some hits in. So Camila actually caught some hands from Elise. Like, Elise had hands in that fight. And Sarah was like, don't touch her, which is, I don't understand why y'all are cool with Elise now. Like, y'all don't like her. You guys don't like her in real life now. So why do you like her on the show? Like, what made you guys so cool with her all of a sudden? Because she decided to save your ass? No. So yeah, Camila gets up and she's like, oh, bitches, I don't know. So she's gone, whatever. And then little Janelle, they're like, any last words? She's like, yeah, she just goes, may the baddest girl win, and blah, blah, blah. This part really actually hurt me because they show Megan in the panel, and Megan was like sobbing. Like, Megan was a wreck, and that was really sad, to be honest, because Megan wasn't really one of the people who showed much emotion. Like, she shows anger a lot, but like, I've never really seen her sad, and I think part of the reason was first of all, her and Janelle are really good friends in real life, and second of all, I feel like she kind of feels like it was fucked up that Janelle was sent home to get back at her. Like, if you think about it, Janelle was only sent home to get back at Megan. That's gotta suck to know your girl got sent home just because they were trying to get revenge on you. But it was bullshit, and I don't feel like Janelle should have even been up. I don't understand why she was. If they were smart, they would have proceeded to put Sarah, or Elise's dumb ass would have proceeded to put Sarah, or put Nancy, because she annoys everybody. Or, Elise. Put Elise up. So, Megan's crying, and it's kind of sad. So Janelle leaves, and I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, this sucks. And then Rocky, she goes, this elimination was bittersweet because Janelle went home. And I was really irritated. Like, I'm sorry, like I said, I love Rocky. Rock, Rocky's on my all time, like, her season was like one of the worst seasons. I hated it. But Rocky saved it for me, and Rocky is still one of my favorites because I really, really love her personality. But it really, really irritated me because she goes, I was sad that Janelle left. But does Rocky even realize that she was the reason Janelle went home? I don't know. So then Megan and Nancy are talking, and Nancy's talking about how there's no more teams and whatever, and Megan tells her, like, you gotta realize, like, it's all about, like, kissing ass at this point. Like, or not about kissing ass. It's like, it's every girl for themselves. And you gotta get your shit together. Like, Camila isn't here anymore. You ain't got no box to eat. But you got plates to feed. So you better fucking make this money so you can go home and maybe get yourself some expensive weave and some fucking whatever. So yeah, that happens. Next episode, there's a freaking triathlon or whatever they called it, and like a twerk off and whatever. And Shelly goes, "Only a stripper could do this," and poor Stephanie. And then you hear, "Whoa, Valentina!" I'm like, Valentina ain't got no ass. So then they go to the club, and Nancy is pissed at Rocky because Rocky is picking up money off the floor. Okay. Like, I mean, honestly, Nancy, I understand that Nancy probably wanted it because, she's a Nancy, but I don't understand. And then it looks like Rocky versus Shelley. Okay. I don't know. Like, all I really gotta say at this point is this episode really, really upset me and irritated me because I feel like I had a reason to be pissed at, like, the whole Red Team Alliance. Except for Shelly. Like, I understand Shelly's, if between Sarah and Janelle, I understand Shelly. I do. So I'm not even gonna, like, because Shelly wasn't even cool with Janelle, really. Um, so anyway, like, yeah, I was kind of disappointed. I was disappointed in Rocky. I was disappointed in. I'm done with Elise. Like, honestly, I feel like there's no fighting in the season anymore. But I don't think so since Camila's gone. But I feel like Elise is gonna get her ass whooped at the reunion, and it's gonna be really funny. So yeah, at this point, honestly, anything goes, and I really hope the money does not go to Elise. I don't think. I hope it doesn't go to Sarah because I really am really disappointed in the way Sarah's portrayed in this season. I do not like the way she's acting. I don't like the personality she's putting off, and I feel like she needs to shut the fuck up. So yeah, there's that. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much all. So all in all, this episode pretty much pissed me off. I mean, it was a good one because I feel like it was kind of good because it showed like the true friendship between Janelle and Megan, and you know, it really kind of showed Megan isn't as weak as she seems. And I'm really glad for that. And I feel like it's really, really fucked up what happened to Janelle. Poor baby. Well, thanks for watching. And I don't know if this gets good feedback or whatever. I might do one next week, and I might do ones on the rest of the season. I don't know if I'll be doing ones on BGC 12 or not, but I probably will. You know, I ain't got nothing better to do, so. And I like making videos. I just get too lazy to upload them and edit them and shit. But yeah, thanks for watching. And, you know, keep in mind before you comment below about how wrong I was on something, you know, our opinions are different. So what you're thinking, what you say about my opinions could be me saying them to you. You know what I mean? Like, if you posted the video saying your opinions, I could just as easily comment my opinions in the bottom. So you can totally comment and tell me that you liked the video, or that I need to raise my volume, or that I need to do something. Just comment like that. You know, like the video, dislike the video if you really want to. It's kind of petty, but okay. Yeah, but just keep in mind before, I mean, if you want to comment below and explain something to me or tell me your opinion, that's fine. But don't just don't come at me negatively about it. Keep in mind we're all entitled to our own opinions, and the only reason I'm expressing it is for entertainment values. I don't know any of these girls in real life, you know. The only bad girl I know in real life, so, like, I don't know any of the bad girls in real life. So, the only one I know in real life is Christina, but don't come at me like I'm this ignorant asshole when I'm just stating an opinion on a TV show. It is what it is. I'm sure you're all lovely in real life. Just, yeah, respect my opinions. I'll respect yours in the comments below. Thanks for watching.